Well, looks like we're losing one of the best. It's been a wild ride, Maniamac. So, I thought it'd be a good idea to count down the top 10 Maniamac1613 moments. In order to get on this list, it has to be a moment that either made us cry, love his characters, or just laugh so hard that our sides ached for a week and we quoted it nonstop. So, here we go. Number 10, Ketai's Bomb Collection. In this scene, we get to hear Ketai's amazing plan to get Zareks back from the Children of Doom.
You're suggesting we go up to our most dangerous enemies and knock on their front door?
No, I'm saying we should go up to our most dangerous enemies and blow their door clean off.
Okay, now I'm listening.
What I could do is sneak in, plant a whole bunch of explosives, and then set them off right before you attack. That way, if they're not already dead, they'll at least be easier to make dead.
I think I like this girl. And where do you plan to get that many explosives?
From my bomb collection?
What?
Well, I like explosives. What's wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. Absolutely nothing!
Aw, thanks.
Number 9, Raisins Plan. In this scene, Drazen explains his great battle strategy to Zareks on how to truly defeat him.
It appears you weren't lying. A defensive strategy is not going to work against you. The only way to defeat you is to simply hit you as hard as I can over and over again until you die.
Number 8, Coffee Mug. Just wait and see.
Which means that if I can't see or feel it, then it won't exist. I hope.
Zarek. I will rip out your skull and turn it into a coffee mug!
Number 7, Zeron's Story. In this scene, Azario and Andreas talk about Zeron's past, and they discuss what may have created Zareks.
There's a lot you don't know about Zeron Necros. What's that supposed to mean? You know Zeron is the youngest person to ever graduate from the Drake Academy, right? Well, yeah, everyone knows that. He was only 12 years old when he entered the Draga Academy. Draga Agent Basic Training is a 6-month crash course in combat skills, battle strategy, and logistics. Zeron passed it in just 2.5 months. Everyone knows that, yes. But here's what most people don't know. It took him over 3 years to graduate from advanced training. 3 years? But advanced training is just a whole bunch of assessments and tests. They just use that to evaluate your skills and before they put you out in the field, just to tell if you're fit for duty. Yes, that's exactly the problem. Zeron failed almost every single psychological examination ever given to him. He was just barely allowed to graduate and enter active duty. And that was only after Arado managed to convince the Draga Agent Board of Directors that if they didn't allow Zeron onto their side, he would become their worst enemy. My god. But why? What's wrong with him? When he was only 10 years old, Zeron was the only survivor of what was believed to have been a terrorist attack on his hometown. His mother and little brother were killed in front of him and he was left badly scarred. The incident left him with a host of mental disorders, including multiple personality disorder and acute violent outburst disorder. He claims to have no recollection of the incident, but from what you've told me, I think he may be lying. I found some copies of the official report of the attack. Though the buildings were destroyed, there wasn't a single mark on any of the bodies, except for Zeron. And now, it turns out that Zeron has a violent, mystically powered alternate personality. At this point, I'm willing to consider the possibility that some sort of mystic entity was responsible for the death of Zeron's family.
Number 6. Motorcycle. In this scene, we get to see a bit of Zarek's dark side, but in a rather humorous way.
Hey, is anyone using that motorcycle?
Yeah, that's mine. Oh, what the?
Can I borrow it? Okay. Yeah, I'll fill up the tank. Diesel fuel? Yeah, okay, got it. Alright, thanks, man. You need a shave.
Number 5. Who is that powerful? In this scene, Drazen explains to Zarek that he thinks that either Zares is lying about his full power, or something bigger is going on.
While I was healing from our battle, I caught glimpses of it. A giant, wreathed in black flame. Almost like a stronger, more monstrous version of Zares. Yeah, I saw the same thing. Drazen, I'm going to be completely serious here. You're pretty strong, but realistically you should never have been able to defeat someone powerful enough to distort time and create entire dimensions. For all we know, Zares could be hundreds of times stronger than we originally thought. So why hide it? There are only two logical explanations. Either Zares has no control over his full powers, or what? He's merely someone else's pawn. But what being could possibly have that much power?
Number 4. Zareks Monologue. In this scene, right before Drazen is about to fight Agent Remorse, Zarek gives this quite odd little speech.
Well, I guess this is your party now, Drazen. I'm gonna go to a safe place and watch. You know, I just realized that watching you fight is a lot like watching a girl's volleyball game. It's just absolutely mesmerizing. But only from a safe distance, where there's no risk of accidentally getting murdered by somebody who could probably chop down a tree with their pinky finger. And also because watching it makes you feel horribly emasculated. Because you know you'll just never realistically have abs that glorious. Or completely ashamed of your body if you're a girl. Because you just know that no matter how hard you try, you'll never have a chest that glorious. Well, have fun. Try not to kill me by accident.
Number 3. Devasorek's trump card. In this scene, we get to see just how powerful Devasorek really is when he unleashes a blast powerful enough to destroy continents on Mystic Drazen.
Hey, wait! Did he just run away? It looks like we finally made him angry.
So, you want to see my power? Here, take a good long look.
Number 2. You were the bad guys all along. In this scene, Zarek explains to Zeron and Andreas just what Drega's true motives are.
Oh, and the Kathrani who possessed me, Eros, he was specifically ordered to try and capture you. And he was also specifically ordered to not kill you. Although apparently he was allowed to severely injure you. So yeah, take a minute to process that. Oh no. My father has allied himself with the Kathrani. No, that's... Yep. I hate to break it to you, but it looks like you were the bad guys all along.
And number 1 is Possibilities. The ending of the entire series, which opens up the possibilities for fans of the series to create their own stories and spin-offs any way they want.
I know you believe we're living inside of an incomprehensibly vast being, and that mortal life is a virus threatening it. But at the end of the day, you're only trying to save one life. That's not worth sacrificing every living being in all of reality. Yes, it is only one life, but it's a life beyond all others. A life that outweighs all mortals in existence. That's where you're wrong. It outweighs no one. You lack perspective, Beckham. When you look down at them, all you see is meaningless texture, whereas I see a chaotic, beautiful tapestry. I see universes where peace ultimately triumphs over violence. I see universes where a bond between friends is never broken. I see universes where unjust deaths are prevented. And beyond that, I see universes where anything is possible. Well, you made your position clear, so what are you going to do to defend it? Whatever I have to.